What's up guys, Shawnthebro here, and we're back for another episode of Unreal Engine tutorials. In today's episode we're going to be going over MetaHumans. MetaHuman is a project that Unreal has that supports creating these really high detailed characters, models, animations that fall under the same license as your regular Unreal Engine license. So you can put these in your project, you can put them on the marketplace, you can use these in your game for free as long as you're making less than $1 million of profit with that game. And all this information is of April of 2026. Now, MetaHuman is going to be shutting down its web creator in November of 2026, and MetaHuman is going to be integrated into Unreal Engine. So in today's episode, we are going to be going over both the web creator so that you can see where it started and how to access that while it's still available, as well as the in-engine version so that you can see how to use that one and how MetaHumans is going to be available going forward. So first things first here, you can go to MetaHuman.com and you will get to this page that I'm on right now. This is just basically showing you what MetaHuman is. You can learn about the licensing here, which is what I was telling you about, how you can put these in your game for free as long as you're making under a certain amount of money. You can also learn how to put them in your game and a couple other things in that fact post. There's a lot of other things on this page as well, like you have your overview of all the different things that MetaHuman has, as well as the documentation and learning and the marketplace for MetaHuman. Then you have this big blue button here that says Get MetaHuman, which is just going to bring you to the download page for MetaHuman, which I already have open here. And right now you can see that these are all basically just part of Unreal Engine. Outside of the web creator, everything is now in the engine itself. You can read about it here at this page if you want, but I'll show you how to use MetaHuman for each of these different products or apps or starter kits or plugins or whatever the case may be. If you don't already have Unreal Engine or the Epic Games launcher, then you can press this button here, Download Unreal Engine, to bring you to this page here, which is where you download Unreal. And from here you can download the launcher. If you're on something like Linux, you can download manually without going through the launcher. But we're on Windows and we're going to use the launcher. So this is all you need to do to get to the Epic Games launcher and prepare for MetaHuman that way. However, there's also the MetaHuman Web Creator. So if you go to metahuman.unrealengine.com, different from metahuman.com, you'll get this page here. This is the web application for MetaHuman, and it's been out for a while now, but the web creator app is being retired, as I said, November of 2026. So there is currently a warning post for this to let you know that you can still create things in the web creator app if you'd like and put them in your game. And that means I'm going to show you both. For the web creator app, we have MetaHuman here, and you have two boxes. The first one is Unreal Engine. This is the MetaHuman Creator that is part of Unreal. This also has a button to link you to Unreal, or really to the Epic Game launchers, so that you can work in MetaHuman. But we also have the ability to use the version selector here to select a legacy version, which is anything that's not the current version. And you can pick your version here. If you had a specific feature or specific style in mind, you could pick a certain version number. Since we don't have any existing assets, I would just recommend picking the version number for the engine version that you're on. Unreal Engine 5.5 is good. And you can select Launch MetaHuman Creator. And here it's going to load a few things and we will be able to get into the web app. And here we are in the MetaHuman Creator. So I have one of my characters that I created here, and you have options for a few things here. You can either go to Legacy MetaHumans and look at MetaHumans from other versions, or MetaHumans only from this version. Now, assuming you've never used it before, you don't want to edit your MetaHumans, you want to create a new one. So you can go to Create, and you have these templates to pick from, just like when you're picking your character in a game and you want to customize them. I will pick the first one here, which is Ada. You may see as shaders are loading and animation sequences are loading, there's a little bit of lag or pixelation. That's perfectly normal in the web creator. It's actually quite impressive what we can do in this web creator. But then once you have your MetaHuman, you can select Create Selected. And from here you have all your different options. All these different things change the characteristics of the character, just like a regular character creator. You can also change their animations or what they are doing by pressing these buttons here, so you can see what the characters look like in different emotions. And when you're good with customizing your character, you can name them and you can save them, and you'll see in the top right corner here it says all changes saved. Say I'm happy with this character, everything about them, their face, their hair, their body proportions. I'm now good to go home to my MetaHumans. And when I press this, it'll bring me back to the creator dashboard or home or whatever we're calling this, and you can see your MetaHuman here. When you have your MetaHuman here, you can either delete them, copy them, import them, or export them. So if you wanted to put this in your project, you could export the selected mesh, the selected MetaHuman, and you would get the file for them, the MetaHuman file. This is really what I wanted to show for the web app. We're going to be focusing more so on the in-editor creator now, but I was able to actually get a MetaHuman file from the web app. So very useful, very fun. If we close this now and go to our Epic Games launcher, you can go to the Unreal Engine tab in Epic Games, then go to a library and make sure that you have a version that supports MetaHuman. The first one that I'm aware of was 4.27, and many other versions after that supported it through the web app, but versions greater than 5.5 support it in the engine itself. If we go to UE 5.7.4, for example, this will support MetaHuman in the engine itself. If you go to your Fab library, you can scroll down and you will be able to find MetaHuman as one of the options for your plugins. So we have MetaHuman plugin right here, and if you look at this one is actually for the Animator for legacy versions. It'll say this in the description as well. MetaHuman plugin is only required to use MetaHuman Animator in Unreal Engine 5.5 or earlier. From Unreal Engine 5.6 onward, the MetaHuman Animator plugin is installed automatically with the editor and can be enabled under the plugin settings. So that means we don't need to actually do anything here if we have a version greater than 5.5. So going back up here to our versions, we can launch 5.7.4 for example. Now this is actually my first time loading 5.7 on this computer, so I don't have any projects fit for 5.7. We will be upgrading projects in the future to this, but it doesn't really matter right now. For today's episode, we just want to see how to use MetaHuman. So to do this, you can create a new project if you'd like, and we can make it blank because we don't really need anything in here. We'll make it a C++ project, desktop is the target platform, quality preset is maximum, and we'll just call this MetaHuman example. And I'll put it in my Unreal Projects folder. If you already have a project that you intend to use MetaHumans with, then just open that project, but I'm going to create this new one. Perfect. Now the Unreal Engine project opened up, and at this point we want to create a MetaHuman, but we won't be able to do this yet until we enable the plugin, just like it told us in that Fab form post in the Fab plugin. So edit plugins, and we need to either search for or just scroll down until we find MetaHuman. There's quite a few here. The main ones that we need for today's episode are just MetaHuman Creator, but you could also add MetaHuman Animator and a couple of the other ones so that you have different features available to you for MetaHuman. MetaHuman Creator is what will allow us to use the web app equivalent so that we can actually create the characters. The MetaHuman Animator will allow us to animate those characters. So if we just get the MetaHuman Creator here, we have to restart when we do this. Okay, so we restarted after just installing the MetaHuman Creator. We get a box here that says the MetaHuman Creator plugin requires that the MetaHuman Creator core data be installed alongside the engine. Its functionality will be significantly limited without it. So you can go ahead and open the Epic Games launcher. So the reason this takes you to the Epic Games launcher is because you can install different things in here tied to the engine version. So if we go to 5.7.4 and go to options, we have a few different things in here that we've selected and installed. One of them is MetaHuman Creator Core Data. We want to check this now and apply it. Once you do this, it's going to install it to 5.7.4. You'll want to close Unreal because we're going to relaunch it after that installs. You can check your download progress just by looking at this image here, or go to downloads and see exactly what it's doing in this window. It has installed, so let's go ahead and launch our project again. We can just relaunch MetaHuman example. Now Unreal is open and we have no warnings for this. What we can do now is go back to Edit Plugins, MetaHuman again, and you'll see MetaHuman Core Tech, the Creator, and MetaHuman Animator were all installed, the MetaHuman SDK as well. If you now go to Add, or right click and MetaHuman, you'll see this, and you can go ahead and create anything related to MetaHumans in here. For today's episode, we'll only be looking at the MetaHuman character, but we can create one in here. Call it whatever we want, new MetaHuman character is fine, but if you double click and go into it, then you will have a character that you can now modify just like you could on the web app. So we can change things like their hair, their body, their different presets, like here's Ada earlier on the web app. You'll also see this pop up in the bottom right corner saying you're missing a few things from the project settings. I usually just enable the missing ones. The engine is quite good at telling you when you're missing things, so I have no reason to doubt it. But you do have to restart after applying that, so we'll do that in a second. But at this point, you could make your MetaHuman. Again, change the mesh, change the body type, change the hair, the color, whatever else about this. This is the manipulator for the head, so I can pull things out, like increase the forehead size or the chin size. And when we're done, we can go ahead and save the character. From there, you can do things like create a rig for it and create your animations and a whole lot more, but we're not going over most of that today. I just wanted to show you how to create MetaHumans and get them into your project and the different options that you have. If you guys are interested, we can go ahead and have content on animating MetaHumans and using them in our games, as it's very fun to do. Like I mentioned just earlier, make sure you restart after enabling those other things in your project settings. Save your MetaHuman character, and at this point you're good to go. You can use your characters as you see fit. I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction and guide on getting set up with MetaHuman in Unreal Engine. This really goes from 4.27 all the way up to 5.7, and I'm sure much later, but those are the current available versions. If you enjoyed what you saw and you want to get more info on MetaHumans, then please subscribe. It does more for myself and the channel than anything else you can do, and I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge shout out to my YouTube membership, Patreon members, and Discord subscribers. You guys are fantastic, and I really love all the support. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'm so happy you're enjoying the different series, and I hope you continue to. If you ran into any problems following this tutorial or any of my tutorials, feel free to join the Discord community. There is a link in the description, and I would be happy to help you out. Anyway, guys, that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Shawnthebro, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.